As I've said many a time in the past with AMC, the price does look a bit disheartening. Not necessarily today, but actually over the past 5 days, over the past month, and realistically even over the past 6 months. So prices dropping over time, and like I said, I know some people are feeling a bit upset and overwhelmed by this. Most people are hardened to it, and I do appreciate and understand that. However, some will need that reminder as to where we are. So in this video, we're talking about what's going on with the price, because we're seeing some very sketchy things both today, realistically, but also, of course, in the past year, because this has been going on for about a year right now. It's insane, but there we go. So that's going to be coming up in this video. So if you do enjoy anything that you see here, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. You will be helping to get the word out there. We are trying to, of course, grow the channel so that more and more people can educate themselves. So if you can share the content, please do. You'll be doing us a massive favour. But now we're going to jump in and we're going to have a look at where we are. But do remember, this is not financial advice. Come to your own conclusions, as this is only my opinion. So to really get the context of what I'm talking about, we're going to have to zoom out to the past 2-year chart really, and this is where things become apparent. So what we're seeing is this trend where the stock price has been flat for some time, fair enough, at a very low price, not much going on. Then we had that initial push, you will remember, around this time last year, maybe even a little bit earlier, where the price, went up to about $15-20 at one point. Now at that point, things were looking good for AMC, and some may have assumed that the squeeze was over. But really, that was only a tiny blip in the system compared to what came next. After a couple of days and weeks of waiting, AMC rocketed way higher, up to 72 to be exact, at the absolute highs. A lot of people saw life-changing money in their accounts, including myself, but we continued to hold. And throughout that holding, the price has dropped. It's dropping and dropping and dropping, and I do believe, in my opinion, it will continue to drop, maybe not today, but into the rest of next week, because they are going to try and get us to shake out of this stock as quickly as they can, because they want us to all leave so that they can get away with it. Of course, that's not going to happen, but that is a different story. That is the context as to why I believe we are dropping in the past few weeks and months, because what they're trying to do is make the price action look natural. And to be honest, if you didn't know any better, the price action does look natural. The price is coming down over the past couple months, which indicates people are getting out of the stock. But like I've said before in many videos, this is not the olden days. We have the power to educate ourselves and find the actual statistics. And the figures show most people are still in AMC stock. So if people are still here, why does the price continue to drop? It makes no sense. And that brings me back to the absolute point that I'm trying to make in this video. So this user on Reddit has gone on to basically sum up what I was trying to say very well, and the user Believe in the Dream posted this: I hope you guys realize the price is this low for no reason. They had to drag us down, because if we were sat at 40 or 50 right now, the MOAS would have started, because the market is tanking. Think about that. And to think about that, the actual context of what this individual is saying, the market conditions are looking really bad right now. Maybe we're not doing too bad today, but obviously in the past month really, now coming into the end of January, the markets have been absolutely catastrophic, falling big time. And with that being considered, if you think about it, if a stock like AMC and GME, if they were both sat at those high prices, 40, 50, what would happen is people in the wider markets would think, okay, well, these stocks are still holding under their own weight. It looks like they're doing well, and maybe there is some movement there. And if that was the case, people might jump in as a market hedge. I've said this before, but I do believe it is the case. And of course, if people jumped into AMC and GME as a market hedge, it means that we'd have more people in the movement. And if we had more people in the movement, obviously they're going to have bigger problems, so they don't want that to happen. So the best thing they can do is bring the price down and write a load of articles, bring out a load of bots telling us about why this price is dead. But like I said earlier on, the figures cannot lie. They can run away from their problems, but ultimately at the end of the day, they cannot hide from them. They can kick the can down the road as long as they wish, but at some point they will make a mistake. At some point something will happen, meaning that they will have to cover their short positions, and I cannot wait till that day. And what I want to bring up is this one here. Now, we've actually done the case-to-case, apples-to-apples comparison between Volkswagen short squeeze and the AMC potential short squeeze, and we discovered that obviously whilst the Volkswagen one was massive, tying that back into AMC, we have the majority of people holding being apes. On top of that, when you think about it, we have potentially synthetic shares out there. So this one does have that power to potentially go a lot higher than what Volkswagen did in 2008. But just like GME, Volkswagen had one thing in common with the stocks that we're seeing right now. It had a rise, actually quite a large rise. Okay, you can see this big rise taking it up to 400. Then it came back down to the initial base price of 200. Then from that point, it went on to just under 1,000 before calming off. And this, of course, was the short squeeze. Some could have thought this was a short squeeze. Some could have thought this was a short squeeze. And yes, it did happen in a shorter period of time. It had to. There was different factors at play. But here, the drop is still the same. We're seeing this drop. I do believe it could be the case that something similar is happening in the case of AMC. Because if you do bring out this chart again, we're looking on a much wider time frame, but you'll see some striking similarities. So we're seeing this dead stock price, same thing here. We're seeing this initial rise. We're seeing the same thing here. You actually see we even have this part then come down, then go up again, somewhat similar to what we've seen with AMC over here. And then we had this initial spike, okay? Same thing happened over here. So from that spike, you'll see the price fell back down, and that's why I always say that this one could go lower. I am anticipating even lower lows. I think touching about $10 is not unreasonable, but it doesn't really matter anyway because we're here for the short squeeze. But really, what we're seeing here is we're seeing the stock actually come back to these normal levels almost. Again, come down to $12, $10, we'll be back at those normal levels. And what happened in that instance for Volkswagen? Well, it went a lot higher. Now, am I going to say that AMC is going to go to the ground and then the moon? Who knows? All I know is they are probably going to try and bring this one down before they bring it up, because bringing it up is a last case scenario because they don't want to cover their positions at this high price and cause the squeeze to happen, because it is going to bring a lot of pain to them, and right now they are trying to kick the can down the road. Now why? I don't know, because what are they going to do? It's not like they can get away with this one, so what is the plan? I'm sure they're probably trying to come up with a plan to get away with it, but when you have so many eyes on this stock, if it was to fail, I would be astonished, and it would make me ask a lot of questions about the system on the US stock market. Just my opinions, of course, though, but if you did enjoy any of them, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe, and I'll be back with you guys in about an hour or so. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.